Oh shit. Okay. Ah. Wait, wait. Dun, wait, wait. Never be prepared. Always fumble. And comedy might ensue. Hey, Ellie, what's up? I was watching you and then you up out of nowhere disappeared on me. So I figured, you know what? Ellie took off. I'm gonna hop on. Just to fuck around. But this time, we're playing some Stanley Parable. I have. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'm gonna need you to teach me how to do the whole Discord thing. Not Discord, Spotify. Because I've tried and maybe I use my old man brain, but I can't figure it out. So sometimes in moments like this, you need to have a little bit of some vibes. You know what I mean? The music playing. Current time, 8:51. I'll Discord it to you. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And you also inspired me to start up my Discord again. So I do have it up. It's just not very active, so I haven't really invited a whole lot of people to it yet. But it's there. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Cool. Yeah, my whole keyboard's gonna vibrate. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The end is never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed.
So I'm gonna need you guys in the chat
to him through a monitor
to kind of help me guide Stanley through his day.
How long?
If you guys don't mind.
And in what order? This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
His job is literally to sit there and press like a button.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
He been so
this
bored.
Complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Dude, working in an office like this in a cubicle, I mean, if any of you guys do it, like, how do you do it? How do you do it?
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Camera sensitivity. It's always high for me. That's a lot better. Essentially, yeah, awesome. Thanks, Ellie. I appreciate that. You're so fucking cool. So, do I leave the office or do I not leave the office? Let's mess with stuff. Can I crouch? No. I don't know, Mr. Narrator. I don't know if I want to leave the office. What place is haunted? Oh, the office? You got it. Dude, I'm a midget. Look at how small I am compared to these doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
My
Stanley decided to
My
go to the meeting
door.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Who farted?
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yo, I would love a mug like that for like my birthday or Father's Day, which just passed. My birthday's coming up though, so I might do a birthday stream this Tuesday, guys. This Tuesday, stay tuned. I might even let you guys know ahead of time. Who knows? Number one dad, liar. That's me. Ooh. Aw. I wanted to read your emails. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that. You're so nice. 1 year more. Ooh, I want to go over there.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
I did.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'm sorry, narrator. Is the door gonna close? Is it haunted? Is it gonna close? I'll be lurking when I get... Okay, no worries. Thank you so much for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Lurkers are the homies. For sure. There's stuff written everywhere.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Which
left.
way, guys? Left or right? Left or right? Which way do I go? Let's see. We will leave it up to fate. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to spin around. And I'm going to pick a doorway based on what direction I'm facing. So... And 3, 2, 1. Okay. The right door it is.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
shit.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do love me a lounge. I do love me an employee lounge. Actually, that's not even true. I haven't been to my break room where I work at ever. Like in literal years.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It is a nice break room. You're missing a TV though. If you guys had a TV,
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
yeah, well, you know. You know how it is.
At this point, Stanley's obsession.
It is. Let's go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What do you guys think? Left door or go straight ahead? Should I listen? Should I listen or should I not? You know what? Just for the first playthrough, I think I'm going to go along with the narrator. I already defied him once. Let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No! I meant to hit it and get off.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Which way?
From here, it's, left.
Cool, let's go.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Dude. Fuck it.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I
Because you're the
thinking?
narrator, bro.
It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, take your time, buddy.
Now,
Take your time.
Let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Ooh. Why is there a truck right here? I don't like the way down. Ooh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
They're watching all the employees?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
The fuck, dude?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. What the heck? Give me 1 quick second, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Hey, Beatman, what's up? Welcome. Playing some Stanley Parable, buddy. I just messed up. I accidentally walked into a room where I found a whole bunch of security cameras and I got yelled at, so. Thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate you being here, buddy. All right. So I went to the wrong door accidentally the first time.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
What happened?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over.
These doors are supposed to be open.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move...
That's what I'm saying.
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Holy moly. Where do I go? What do I choose? I have no idea where I'm heading to now. I think my... okay. Let's see. 1 second.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Eeny,
Why
meeny,
not?
miny, Dude, I was about to make a decision. Alright. That's it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Straight business,
Stanley
guys.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's no door.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Does that make sense to you guys? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
This is
the
my
story. Here it comes.
This don't make any sense at all.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Dude, you're crazy. What in the living hell is this?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yeah!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I won.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
That's not my fault.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No. Oh, shit. The
All
Stanley
right,
Parable
I've got a solution.
Adventure Line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
That's
How
wild.
simple is that?
That's wild. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna keep fucking with this guy.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, fine. Jesus Christ. Have you guys ever played this game before? This is a trip. The Adventure Line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Is it?
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving
not
forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very
wandered off the-
manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I
Hey,
need to follow
kitty.
this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with
Welcome.
me. Now, we can both agree that the nature
I
of
left
existence is
the
in
line.
fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Nope.
Okay. Now,
don't
if
agree with
my
you.
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
I have to follow
is
the
this
line,
office in
guys.
fact the skeleton of my
How are you
own
doing, Miss
relative
Kitty?
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like
Ellie,
to apologize.
no, this game is
Not sure where I
not.
was.
So you make choices, and the narrator kind of fucks with you, and you fuck with him back. Am I even coming through? Am I being drowned out? Is that better? I reinstalled OBS. Is it still louder than me? Hold on. Let me bring this down. Let's do that. How's that? Is that better? No? The music is coming from the game, Beardman. Yeah, so this game is basically a trip. It's meant to like it's the narrator telling a story and you're kind of messing with it. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I'm sorry about that. Again, I reinstalled OBS because it was messing with everything and I completely forgot to adjust my filters again. You think you saw this game a couple of years ago? It's a remake, kinda. They added more stuff. I'm following the adventure line. Kinda. Hua, 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 hua. Gotta follow the line. What the fuck? Yeah, the adventure line is messed up, guys. So I need your help. Am I gonna go up the stairs? Or am I gonna go down this hallway that is literally materializing out of nowhere? Which way am I going? Up the stairs or down the mystery hallway? You guys let me know. That's actually confusing. Yeah, it is. So I have this line down this hallway that is spawning out of nowhere. Or it's the same way on both sides. Hey, Purple Gem, welcome. So I have a vote for the stairs. And I have a vote for the hallway. I need a tiebreaker, guys. I need one more vote. Stairs? All right. Stairs it is. I can't follow that.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Look at the what? The fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely.
Gotta go. Thanks for the streams, though. Thanks for being here, Ellie. I really appreciate you stopping by. You have a great night. Rest up, and hopefully I'll catch you next time you're on. I wonder if you go back after you pick. It depends. Sometimes the doors behind you close, so you can't go back. Once you make a choice, you're kind of stuck with it.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Dude, you made the adventure
We're
line?
looking for the Stanley parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Kinda, sorta. Which adventure line do I follow, bruh? Excuse me. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a tiger by the toe. If you gotta let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Left it is. Oh, back in my office. Hmm. Trippy. Let me go this way. Hey, look, I'm back here.
No, no, not again, Line. How could you have trusted us? And after we
I'm
trusted
confused. How did we just go
everything we've
back?
been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Dude, I made so much progress. I don't know. I think even the narrator is confused, Kitty. Wop, 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 wop,
You know
wop.
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I mean, fuck it. You're the narrator.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your
The
imagination.
wandering of why I keep
Right, my
going in a
Stanley?
circle.
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
The adventure line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm gonna follow the line. What do you guys think? Should I follow? Should I not follow? Is the line my friend? Is the line my foe? Who knows? Whoop. This line is mad trippy. Well, I can't follow it anymore.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here,
This
the
game is
story is
so
in
cool.
our
It is.
control.
It's
However,
cool
we
because it's
really
never the
once
same thing
wanted the
twice.
opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
What
Okay, so I know that
the
each
fuck?
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with
Wow.
the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is
How would
clearly
someone even
yes,
manage to
therefore,
paint the
in that
adventure
case,
line?
the door on the right is the correct one.
It's an adventure to
Follow
paint
the
the
train
adventure line.
logic.
You have to keep
Come,
that in
Stanley.
mind.
Our destiny awaits.
But if I want to go to the left door, though. Deviate the confusing ending. Deviate from maintenance room, end up in monitor room, narrator restarts the game, first restart, discover the two doors now has many additional doors, aimless wandering, narrator restarts the game. This is literally what happened in the game so far in order. Second restart, the office is now a dead end. Turn around, find another dead end, end up in another building, narrator restarts the game, third restart, adventure line. Nonsense, philosophy, and music. Return to the office, return to the monitor room, fourth restart. Adventure into unexplored territory, find the line again. Find the confusing ending schedule, narrator restarts the game, fifth restart. I guess he's going to restart it again. Narrator forgets about the previous restart. I've been playing the confusing ending for 18 minutes. Stanley attempts to play the story but is prevented, unable to go anywhere or do anything. The game restarts on its own. Sixth restart, find the line again, begin following the line, find an identical replica of the office that has begun to deteriorate. Attempt to make up a story here. Narrator restarts the game. Seventh restart. Jesus crisp. Wander in the. My head would hurt if I need to read that. That's why I'm reading it for you, so you don't have to. There is no longer an office, empty black space. Wander in the blackness. Find a bookstore. Get bored and leave. Narrator restarts the game. Eighth restart. The narrator is gone. After a long time, Stanley dies.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all...
He's gonna restart it right now.
So
The
now
game sounds
according
fun
to
but
the
weird.
schedule, I
It
have to
is
start
fun.
again. Then what?
It's
Just supposed to
trippy.
forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
You could.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
I don't
How
know.
would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
No clue.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know,
Can I sit?
suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the
I
destination
wanna
or
sit.
the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
I love how like a narrator
In the
just casually
meantime-
says the whole thing is a game. It restarted again. Yeah, well, the narrator kind of knows what's going on. He wrote the story. The office
All
is
the
empty.
store workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. Okay, there's two doors this time. Do I listen?
Stanley
Do I go
came
to the
the
left or
set
do I go to
two
the right?
open doors. He
Again.
entered the door on his left.
You know what? I entered the door on the right the first time, and I think that's what spiraled everything to this damn rabbit hole. So, I think left door this time. Left door? Look at me. I'm following the rules.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Meeting
In a
room.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
Do
to his
not
boss's
alter this without
office,
consulting
hoping he
whiteboard
might find
manager.
an answer there.
The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Something clicked. Oh, okay, the slides. Target, ongoing. Who moved my desk? A lot of percent. Teenagers, size of demographics, space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. You guys have to do that. That's your homework assignment for the day. Okay, well, no one's here, so let's get going. Things to do: synergize core value expenditures, shift global market parameter something, monetize free to play. Ooh, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
I don't like work.
No reason.
Not a lot of people do me, huh? Not a lot of people do. It's okay though.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I think I'm annoying him.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA, for those of you that don't know, stands for doing fuck all, which means not a damn thing.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
It's a nice broom closet, bro.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I feel safe. And I can tell I'm annoying you.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the
I left the
story
broom closet.
whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I left the broom closet. Are you not going to say anything about it? I'm going to go back in. I came back in. Who wouldn't like a broom closet? That's what I'm saying.
Somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go
Okay, okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's that? Let's go to my boss's office. I should actually listen every now and then. Executive bathroom. Ooh. Extreme bathrooms. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Why is the red light? I don't know. I'm in the corporate bathroom, dude. You're not going to say anything this time? I guess. Business strategy? Yo! What is that? That's not okay. What the poor panda do to him? So many different paths to take besides the straight line. But I'm gonna go to the boss's office. I have to listen. I'm just saying. Hey, Purple Jam, welcome for joining on the TikTok. That's pretty messed up right there. I'm just saying.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Ooh, I want a drink.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had
The boss's office looks like an expensive mansion and not like an office at all. Why would they have that image?
But of course,
I agree, Kitty. And I don't know, Big Man. That's pretty messed up. What did he say the code was? Did he say the code? I wasn't listening.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley...
That was random.
...correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What if I want to go and save the panda? I can't.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
That is a good question, though. No!
Oops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
What's
Why
frozen?
did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's
Never
a
mind.
great question. I just can't wait.
Sorry, Beatman. I just wasn't moving a whole lot. Am I gonna go back down? Should I go back down?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points.
Okay,
one
dude.
after the other, weaving this tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
You don't gotta be sarcastic, bruh.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know, man. I just realized I was dark as hell. I forgot to turn on the light. My bad, guys. Back up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the
Who knows?
boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Or, now hear me out. It could be the boss's office one more time. Is there anywhere else to go? No. I would go back up if you had to walk down the dark hallway. See, so you kind of get it. You don't want to walk down this.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
What a
This
dick.
absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
We'll be right back, guys. He's taking a little bit of a break.
Okay, I'm
All right.
ready. Prepare to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
I think at this point he's just messing with me. You gotta go, Beat Man. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me, man. I really appreciate it. You have a good night, and I'll see you next time.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Bye, Beat Man. Have a good
I turn
night.
to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay. um. How about we get in the elevator this time, and we go. Hear me out. We go down. What do you guys think?
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it.
Thank you for
That's
the
just
rose,
how
Purple Gems. I
revelatory
appreciate
Stanley's
it. Thank you
decision-making
so
is.
much.
A breath of fresh air
That means
in a
a lot.
landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Should I one more time? I think he broke it. I think he broke it. I think he broke it. No, he didn't break it. Ah! Last time. Last time, I swear. If we go up
You
and
know
that's so many
what?
times it break? That's
I
what I
just
was
thought of
thinking.
something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting
He's
and
funny as
anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Okay, now you're
There
just
we
messing
go.
with me, dude.
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling,
What's
Stanley.
gonna be at the top
What
of
you
the
and I are
elevator?
doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out
Elevator
there.
needs
You
to hurry
see,
up.
I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital
I
and
get it.
alive.
I
That's why
get
people
it.
like you so much, Stanley. Because you're
This
not
is
afraid
punishment
to
for me
spit
going
in
up
the
and down so
face of
many times. Now
tradition.
he's got
You're
me
a
stuck on
role
the
model,
elevator
you know?
as low as
People
possible.
look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
What? What is this?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
The narrator is acting as if the boss's office won't be at the top. The one time, right? This is crazy. All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. This is fucking hilarious. I love this shit. This is why this game is awesome, dude. Dude. The storyteller. Stanley reveals all in his new book. I guess it was a reason to slow down the elevator. Yeah. An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
The Stanley Parable Stanley, tonight live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from the Stanley Parable, tonight live on stage. How do I get over there? I was hoping this door would open up. The world's first sentient machine. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right,
To
are you ready?
stage.
I've told
Stanley
them you're going to
Ryder.
speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really
Almonds,
proud
chair,
of you,
gum,
Stanley.
table, nut bar.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
I feel like this is a trap. Number 427. Up again, down again. The Stanley story. That's funny. Putt putt. I can't play putt putt. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Your co-workers. That's funny. Let's go, guys. Let's go meet our adoring fans. What's this? This is so cool. An audience with the dude who came up with pizza. Honestly, I would like to talk to that guy. Although I kind of heard the story behind all that. Break a leg, champ, your boss. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. Apartment ending story. Stanley, me, dad, age 6. I love the way you ride elevators. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. The boss sent me 2 of the same note, guys. I wonder who's gonna watch since everyone is gone. You guys? Yeah, maybe it is you guys, huh? Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick on the parking lot. You're too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Okay, now we can go up there. I'm stomping my way. The Lord? I want to read that poster. Holy shit! Holy shit, it's burning my eyes. Yo, what? That was fucking cool. Ah. Everyone is
All
gone.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Guys, we're back at the start. No fair. Seriously. But, you guys, you see that door right there? You see that door? New content, guys. DLCs.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know, but we're about to find out, bruh. Ooh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley
I'm all
Parable
like-
Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Mm-hmm.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Which is what we're playing right now,
The
guys.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Shiny sign.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
It's gonna be some bullshit, huh? This looks cool. It does look cool, but I have a feeling it's gonna be some bullshit. I'm gonna end up back in my regular office.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
I'm not gonna
but
go up
sure
and down
it's
this elevator a
just the
bunch of
beginning
times, I
of a
promise.
mesmerizing adventure.
I promise you guys. Can we go?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I don't got it. You do. Are you shitting me right now? Imagine it's the same office. It's not.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Cool. I can't jump anywhere else, just in the jump circle. What happens?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else,
What happens
right?
if I jump all 34 times? Does that count? It does, look. It's stupid. This looks boring. Hey, it's jumping. Have you never played a video game and wanted to jump, but the game just wouldn't let you? Now you can. I'm out of jumps. I'm out of jumps. Let me jump some more. What do happen? Nothing. Nothing happens when I got to 0, Miss Kitty. I just can't jump anymore. You can't jump. No, seriously. Wait, disabled it. Get your first achievement. I got an achievement for trying to keep jumping, and then I got an achievement for getting an achievement. I feel accomplished. That's it.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
Maybe
initial
there's more
impressions of this
content
game are not
up
positive.
top.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Maybe.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What else is there?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's
Call
gone
of
into it.
Duty.
In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually
Call of
says,
Duty.
test achievement,
I'm sorry, I got
please
something stuck in my
ignore.
throat.
What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Nothing gonna
I'm
prepare me for that.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's excellent.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
What? I
It could
wasn't
never
calling
have lived
out
up to
COD.
such
When?
expectations.
I just had something in
If
my
you're still
throat.
with me, why don't we just reset the game
Duty.
and we'll try to get back
See?
to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I have no choice. Okay, now this is not even my office anymore. Kinda.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
This looks new. It does. Do I trust the vents? I like when it's just what? I kind of want to go down the vent.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Dude! He called me a dork! No, fuck you, guy.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
Coffee nut. Ah! You would go down the vent because it's a vent? Well, obviously I did too. How could you not want to go down a mysterious vent?
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
It's Elden Ring. It's Elden Ring. Am I a tarnished parable?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Nice. The Memory Zone. Sorry, I have a bad habit of literally exploring everything.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a
The
cheap
page on
re-release?
Steam is fucking
Remember
crazy.
back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Memory.
Oh, the waste.
Indoors Monthly, Shapes, Graphs, National Geographic. That's funny. Cargo, Operator's Manual. Is that what the actual game box looked like when it was sold back then? This reminds me of an episode of Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, though. Peak. Audience Award. The British Academy of Films and Television Arts awarded to the Stanley Parable. The Last of Us? That legitimately says The Last of Us? I want to zoom in. I can't zoom in. That's funny. This is so freaking cool. 2013, when the Stanley Parable was released. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable. That's just funny as hell. Firefox. Smile because it happened. The trip down memory lane. $1. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Displays needs color. It's supposed to feel like nostalgic, you know. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. That's an actual achievement, by the way. That's an actual achievement. You're supposed to play the game, leave it on your computer, and walk away and come back in 5 years, and you will get this achievement. I'll let you guys know in 2030 if I actually get this. To be game innovation, story. There's a story to this? Oh, I think that's me. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Beta, work in progress. So you're saying Stanley hasn't seen color? No, no, no. He has seen color, but I'm saying this is supposed to like give you feelings of memory. So it's supposed to like be a little whitewashed, you know, not so bright. And loving memory of little Stanley. I had a hamster, and the hamster is no more. He met with a terrible fate. Little Stanley, no.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an
You know
hour
what would
of
make
new
this
elevator
even better
content.
right now? Would be a good cerveza. Ooh, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna look around in here real quick. I will make it quick. So it's fucking 2 doors. Person of the year. Oh, look, buttons. I don't want to walk in here because what if it locks behind me and I want to see what's down here. Memory zone maintenance. I guess I ain't shit down here. That's what I wanted to avoid. I thought the room was a little Stanley shrine at first. So did I. Nice car.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
I like this.
It didn't need new content. It just
Hold on,
needed to be
narrator.
left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I like this. Check it out. People play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can do anything. Literally anything. That's cool. I like that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Got a 9. How? Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's
You're
down
the one
here?
that added it, bruh. Ooh, reviews. Steam reviews.
No. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
I don't think the narrator wanted the new
online video
content.
game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't know. What?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
Oh, come
with his humor and
on.
dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Right? Narrator's kind of funny, isn't he? Oh, how come I can't read this one? It's a positive review.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Jeez.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. But dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Yeah.
I feel like a failure.
No.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish
That's
there was a
messed
skip
up.
button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Whoa.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
There's literally just a skip button. There's nothing else here. That's wild.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes,
That would have
but it was
scared you
plenty
so
of time
bad.
for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go
Just
off
a
on a
little
thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Holy shit.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time.
I can't see the
just
clock
sitting
anymore.
Here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just
The button is
how
basically a
it's
polite
always
way of
been,
telling the
right?
narrator to shut
Me
up.
talking, and you
It
saying
is, isn't
nothing.
it?
Would you think that it's exactly the same?
What happened?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
A
sat down
year?
in one place and not moved for one entire...
Is there nowhere else to go? Really? Did the narrator die? I pushed the button a couple times. Maybe he's dead. The hell is that?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
still
condition.
alive?
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes?
Maybe
They
you just
bemoaned,
get
they
too far?
screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down.
Don't ramble on and on, guy. Have a little bit of pride. You messed up. Someone didn't like the stuff you made. It happens. A lot of the people that come across my streams don't like the stuff I do. It happens. I'm not for everybody, and not everything is for everybody. But that's okay. If you either stick around, if you guys are cool with it, you want to chill with me, by all means, please do.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is
I
never
think
the
I broke
end,
him.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
How long is this gonna keep going on for? Are you gonna reset the game at some point, dude? What happened? Something broke through the ceiling. Does that mean I can get out? I can get out now? That's so cool. Uh-oh. What happened? It was all nice and green and pretty. Oh, I don't like that at all. No thank you. Oh, it's broken. I can't skip anymore. I can't climb it. Alright, so let's walk back to the front of the building, and then we're just gonna take off in a straight line and see what happens. I wonder how long you traveled. I don't know. And I guess I won't know. That is so crazy, guys. So is that one of the endings? I don't know if this game has an official ending.
All of his co-workers
are gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content, guys. Not just new content, it's new content, guys. I'd be a fool not to follow it. I'd be a fool not to follow it. Jesus Christ. I want to see something real quick. Wonder if this works.
I dropped my nut.
It does work.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I think after this new content will. I think after this, I'm gonna call it a night. Just see where this goes, and I might pick this up again later on.
You see, Stanley, I've
This
been
is new
reflecting on
content.
the Stanley Parable and about how
Just
roundly
to
disappointing
see
this
where
Ultra
else we
Deluxe
go.
version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
How cool.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely
Design,
organize
pitch,
a handful
break,
of interesting
pitch,
concepts,
design, number
that
2
surely
chat.
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy
Who took
magic
the red
than anything
marker?
scientific or
Me.
logical, really.
Okay. Whoa. How cool is this?
Here we
Stanley
are.
Parable 2,
Go
wow,
on,
so
try
interesting.
out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Is he gonna say Orion?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind,
I think
my
Ultra
first
Deluxe is a
addition to
better
the
name, in
game
my
is this
opinion.
button,
It's
which
catchier.
speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I think it's gonna be some stupid piece of some stupid BS.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Oh,
if you don't
my
properly
bad.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as
Should I
Jim,
let him finish?
developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really
Cut him
truly
off?
Jim right now?
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
I'm trying to.
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead,
Jim.
oh, I can't
Jim.
even think about
Jim.
it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No. What a dick. I wanted the gym button. It was a good button. I wish I could run. I'm very impatient.
Maybe
Enjoy the
I'll
new
only let
features.
people named Jim play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The infinite hole? New and easy achievement? I want the easy achievement. I want an achievement that's easy and free. Bye bye, Jim Button. We'll miss you. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. I want mine.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over
I
the
wanted
world
the
who have been
achievement.
uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Are you gonna say something? Am I gonna annoy you? Okay, fine. Alright, let's go to the next area. What a fucking load of crap. I did get scammed.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jumps are... Aww.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
You suck. Infinite hole.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh. Get well someday or happy 12th birthday. Stepney's.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Aw, you dick. Why'd you even ask me then? Why'd you even ask me if you're gonna freaking do whatever the hell you wanted to? You suck.
Actually,
Merch.
maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Let's go to the bucket of reassurance. Then we're gonna go see what's up with that big Stanley figure over there. I would have chose the Get Well Someday button too.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Oh,
It's
did
the
you?
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Hell
Stanley,
yeah!
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal.
Give me
and
my
perhaps
bucket.
even comforting.
Give me my bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace
Give
of
me my
jarring
bucket.
cognitive
Bucket!
dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Sorry.
And to be honest,
Bucket.
it's a much more convenient solution for me
Give me my
than
bucket.
actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the
thank
bucket
you.
seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Hell yeah! I got me a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Is that the game or is my phone about to ring? I haven't heard that sound in a long time. The bucket actually clinks around as I walk.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that
Be right
there will
back.
be
Okay.
no reward for collecting all of them.
I'm only
I
gonna
don't
be on
want
for a little bit
stifle the
longer.
intrinsic joy
I
of
gotta-
watching a number go up.
I gotta get to
you
bed, I'm
simply
tired.
collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Look at it! That's a cool ass little figure.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I think I saw everything already. Let's go to the exit. And I'm taking my bucket with me.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
I didn't go into the infinite hole.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version
what do you got?
2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
No.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel
real quick.
that would capture all
Check
the
this out.
magic of the
I'm gonna
first
show you guys
game.
this.
I wanted fans to love it. No matter how
I got
good these
this for
gags
my
are, they
kids
wouldn't stand on their
on
own.
Father's
They
Day.
would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait,
How
maybe that's it.
freaking cool
I can take
is
the original
this?
Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
I just wanted to
With
share that with you
respect,
guys.
with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
I got cool kids and they
Would
give
it
me
possibly
cool
work?
stuff.
I suppose it could.
I also
but
got
it
a
would need
Steam
a
Dock.
really
Stream Dock.
tremendous title screen. A
But I
title
can't show that to you guys.
screen that
It's
says
plugged
with
into my
bold
computer
and
and it's on the
uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, that's
Let me see
me.
if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
This looks pretty fucking cool. But I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here with me as always. Please consider giving me a follow on the Purple app, Twitch. I'm trying to get to affiliate, and although I appreciate TikTok and YouTube viewers, you guys are awesome. I would appreciate more if you guys don't mind hopping over to Twitch just to help me out. Until next time, though, you guys stay safe, have a good night, and I'll see you, if not tomorrow, maybe the day after. But if you don't follow and you don't hit that little icon on YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok, you won't know. So I highly suggest you hit me with that follow. So until next time, you have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.